Alright, it's Barry, and today I'm going to show you a really cheap and easy way to make your own fantastic looking autumn and winter hanging baskets. Well, summer's definitely behind us. It's starting to feel a bit colder and it's absolutely pouring it down with rain, and it's definitely starting to feel a lot more like autumn. But even though the sun's gone, that doesn't mean that we have to also say goodbye to flowers and nice looking gardens. And the easiest way to do that and keep your garden looking really nice and colourful through the winter is with a nice hanging basket. I'm sure if you've been in the shops recently, you've probably noticed that a lot of them are starting to get in the winter hanging baskets, and they normally show them at like the front of the shop or whatever, but you'll also notice that they're sometimes pretty expensive as well. I've been today and I've seen some for like £25, £30, and it is just a basket with a couple of plants in it, but they're really just hoping on you not knowing how to make one, because they also usually sell the plants that go in them. So it's worth having a look, get the plants yourself and just make one up, because it'll cost you, like this one I'm going to make today, it was like less than £10 for the basket and all the plants. So it really is easy, and it's worth just doing yourself and get them all over your garden. So let's get over to the table. I've got everything we need there and I'll show you how to make one up. So here we go, here's everything that we need to make our hanging basket, and obviously first off we've got the actual basket. Now this is only a small one, it's a 12-inch basket, and it was the only one that I could actually find this morning. But they also do come in bigger sizes, but while this is a small basket, I've decided to go for a smaller selection of plants, because if you put massive plants in a small basket it's just going to look a bit daft. So we've got the smaller plants, we've got some nice little violas here. If you wanted to get bigger versions you could get some pansies or trailing pansies, or you know, some nice bigger plants. But while we've got the small basket we've got the small violas, and they're going to look really nice, and I picked these ones just because they've got this orange one. Thought that was quite nice, but the other one's looking nice as well. And then obviously we've got the middle piece. This is just going right in the centre as a bit of a focal point. I'm not actually sure what this is. It's like a miniature conifer type thing, but you could also put like an ornamental grass in there, or just some nice plant just to go in the middle and draw attention. And then just at the back here we've got some standard ivy. Look for the little potted ones like these that have got 2 trailing bits, because you need 4 trailing bits altogether to do each corner of your basket. And that's all you need really. I've not got any bigger plants, like I say, because it's only a small basket. I'd normally get a couple of extra bigger ones just to go around this in the middle, but that's all we need for this one, and it's going to look really nice when it's done. Right, there we are. I've just had to adjust the camera and everything just to fit all this in. So a bit of a tip though, because your baskets are going to be round on the bottom, stop it falling over, just stick it in a pot just while you're making it up, and that'll stop it from rolling around. So the first thing we're going to do is, you've normally got this sort of lining plastic thing in there, or maybe you'll have a coconut fibre one, which is a bit better. And all you want to do is make sure that you've got some drainage holes in the bottom so that it doesn't get waterlogged. So that's the first job. Get that cut with some scissors, and then we're ready to put a bit of compost in the bottom just to fill it up in the bottom a bit, and then we can start adding the plants. So let's get cracking with that. And all I'm going to do is got a hole there in the bottom, and then just make a couple of extras around the side. Doesn't have to be neat at all, just to make sure that there's a bit of drainage, especially out of that hole at the lowest point there. Just open that up with my finger. There we go, and that is all it needs. So I'm just going to add a bit of compost in there. Got some of this, it's been in the polytunnel for like all the summer, so it's totally dry, but I'm going to put that in now and then give it a good watering afterwards. It's a bit easier to work with dry compost anyway, and it saves making as much mess. So just put a nice layer of that just in the bottom there, and then flatten that out and press it in a bit. I mean, the one thing that I'm going to note is that when I add water to this, it's all going to sink, so I need to put extra in compared to what I normally would put if it was damp compost. So put a bit more in there, and if it does sink over the next couple of days, I'll just add some more compost on top, and I'm sure that's going to be fine. So the first thing I'm going to say is, when we've got our hanging basket like this, is you want to divide it up into sections, which makes it a lot easier to know where you're going to put your plants and things, and it's just going to make it look a bit nicer when it's all symmetrical when it's done. So obviously we've got this big plant that is going to go smack bang in the middle, and then around the outside we've got 10 pansies, 10 violas in this little pack. So I'm going to do 3 at the back, 3 at the front, and then we've got 2 for each side. And if it was a bigger basket, I'd maybe put 2 big pansies on either side, and then put the smaller violas at the front and the back, and then maybe put a bigger plant there, and maybe 2 over there as well. But yeah, we've only got these ones, so we're going to go for the 3 at the back, 3 at the front, 2 at the sides. We've got the big conifer thing in the middle, and then we've got the ivy as well, which we're going to split each one in half so that we've got 1 for each corner. So let's start getting those in now, and I'm sure it's going to look really good when it's done anyway. So first up, we've got this conifer looking thing, and I know this is a common thing. People buy hanging baskets with these in them, and then once the hanging basket's done, they're going to plant this thing in the garden, and it grows into a big massive tree. So just be aware of that. If you do put one of these in there, maybe don't plant it into your garden when it's done, if you don't want to have to put up with that. Maybe put it in a big pot, and that'll restrict the size of it so that you don't have to throw away a nice plant. But yeah, let's get this thing in. I really do need to find out what this is. There we go, and I've done a pretty good guess there of the level of the soil at the bottom. So the soil level on the top of this plant is sort of level with the top of your hanging basket, but you do want a bit of a margin at the top so that when you water it, all of your soil doesn't pour out in the water and make a big massive mess. So yeah, get that level just with the top of this weed liner, and that should be fine. So next up, we've got the little violas, and I do like this orange one, so that's going at the front. And all I'm going to do is take each one of these out and just arrange them now. I'm not going to fill it in with compost just yet until I've decided where everything's going to go. Just move all this junk out the way. And this is a good time as well to check that you've got the same soil level. So yeah, that's a lot lower there. So I'm just going to actually fill it in a bit before I put these in. Oh, what a mess. Just compress it a bit, like I say, because the soil is really dry. I want to make sure that it doesn't sink too much when I water it. There we go, there's number 1 in. Actually, yeah, it's worth noticing where the things are attached to so that you get it smack bang in the middle. So that is going right in the middle at the front, because that is my favourite one. There we go. And now it's just a case of filling it in with the rest. This always worries me that I'm going to smush the roots or damage them when I'm taking them out of these cell trays. So just give it a press up from the bottom and then just pull it up gently, and I'm sure it'll be fine. There we go. There we are, and like I said, there's 3 plants there, and that looks quite nice. So I'm just going to fill in around this little bit and leave a small amount of space just here at each side, just to put that first bit of ivy in. And as you're working, if they fall over a bit, you can adjust them just to put them into the right place. I'm starting to think I do prefer damp compost over the dry compost, but it's still working fine. I've not got any others, so that's going to be fine for now. And there we go, that's the first 3 in. All this is going to wash off when they get watered anyway, so that's not to be worried about. And right, so now let's get the ivy in on these corners. There we go, so here's the first plant in 2 pots for whatever reason. And all I'm going to do is just pull it out at the bottom, give it a bit of a squeeze. That's done. And then it's just a case of separating the plants. Just have a look, and then you can see that that can be split there into 2 halves, as easy as that, and they come away really easily, and they're just separate individual plants. And all I need to do there is tuck that in, and then tuck this one in on the other side, and then squash a bit of compost against it. Again, this would be a lot easier if it was damp, because I could press it into place, but that's fine. And then a bit for that side. And that's all there is to it. It's just a case of fitting all these plants in without putting too many in and making it look overcrowded, because these are going to grow and spread out. So if you put too many in at this point, it's just going to look rubbish when they all start growing and out competing each other and they start dying off. So it's worth just giving them that little bit of extra space just to grow into over the winter, because obviously you want it to last as long as possible, and that's the best way to do it, to make sure that they're watered, well fed, and they've got the space to grow themselves. So let's move on to the sides, and like I said, I'm going to put 2 in each bit there. So I'm going to put these in so that they're level like this. So I think I'll go with the nice little purple ones there. And it's nice when you get a bit of a selection because you can mix and match the colours like that. Like I've got the orange and the 2 yellows at the front, and then you can put your little purple ones in at the side. So there's one, I've got another one of them for this side. And then I've got 2 mystery ones that haven't flowered yet, so let's put them just in behind those ones. There we are, that's those. And we're almost full, so let's turn this around. And then now we've just got the back to do. So again, it's going to be ivy in these little sections here. But before we do that, we'll put in the remaining 3 violas. So let's get those out of the pack. So we've got these nice purpley ones. A similar colour to a bluebell. Not sure how that looks on the camera. And then we've got this pink one which can go in the middle. And just by doing it like that, you can see how, I mean, with all the symmetricality of the colours and the plants, it makes it look really nice and tidy. And once these start to grow bigger, they're going to look really nice. So all I'm going to do is put this ivy in these little pockets that I've left here on each side, and then just give it a bit of a tidying up and filling in with the compost. So let's get that ivy done first. So again, just give the pot a squeeze. That should come out fairly easily. Have a look in the plant for a nice bit to split it. You sort of want to keep the 2 longest bits separate, so I'm going to go through that way. And sometimes it might be more difficult to separate, so let's see how this goes. But not a great deal to worry about. I'll just do it over here so I don't make a mess. There we are, 2 separate bits of ivy. Post them into the pocket. You see you've got your longer bit here, and you can also leave this little shorter bit just as a bit more of a height thing in the basket. And then obviously I've got this one just to stick in on this side as well. Making an absolute mess as usual. There we go. Press all that in, and then I'm just going to fill in these little bits here with some compost. And this is why I do gardening and not surgery. There we are, that's all done. Just realised I don't actually have anywhere to hang this, so I'm just going to go and work that out. Probably get in the polytunnel, because I think I could probably hang it up in there. And let's have a look how it is. I'll give it a good watering first so that it's obviously nice and tidy and ready to go. So let's get that hung up. Let's have a look how it looks. And there we go, that's finished, and I've made a bit of a makeshift hanging thing here in the polytunnel, just got it hanging off the frame. As you can see, we've got the nice violas at the front, and they're all colour coordinated. So we've got the yellow and then the orange, we've got the dark purple with white on the sides. We've got those 2 ones that haven't flowered yet, don't know what colour they're going to be, but they'll look nice whatever colour they are. And then we've got the light purple and the pink at the back. They're, so when it turns around, you've got a completely different set of colours to look at. And then we've got the ivy as well growing out of the sides. You've got like this little tuft here, and we've got the longer bits. And this is going to grow like crazy. So once these do grow a bit longer, you can start training them to go up these chains if you want to, just to hide that, make it look a bit more natural. And then obviously you can fill in all of this space around the sides and the back with these flowers as they grow and they get a bit bigger. And when it comes to picking your bedding plants, try to pick a mix of ones that haven't flowered yet and ones that are just starting to flower, just so that you get the most for your money. Well, that's it for today. That was a real easy one, and it's a simple way to keep your garden looking nice and colourful all the way through autumn and winter until the flowers are ready to come back in spring next year. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with all my other guides and videos all the way through the year. And make sure you let me know in the comments if you're going to be making your own hanging baskets, and let me know what flowers and plants and things that you like to put in yours. And I'll see you next time.